popular e-spawn dog groomer has become the target of a sophisticated...
Right, you keep saying e-spawn. What does that mean?
Eastbourne.
Oh, e-spawn. I was
This
like,
is great.
e-spawn?
E-spawn is like sort of
E-spawn.
e-commerce, you know. Just,
she's an AI dog groomer.
Terribly sorry about the pronunciation there, but that's what happened when you do a podcast with a speech and language therapist. Anyway, Caroline Donahue, a popular Eastbourne dog groomer, became the target of a sophisticated phishing scam that's threatened her business, which relies heavily on substantial online presence. The attackers leveraged the old book, seemingly legitimate communication, so false identity, and then engaged with her on platforms like TikTok to create a false sense of urgency. And the core of the attack involves granting control to her Meta Business Suite and similar account management tools. So once you make somebody running a social media account a co-admin, they basically have administrative control over your business. And if your business is actually around social media and getting income from social media, which the internet seriously is not yet, that is quite a dangerous thing. So Emily, this is classic stuff.
Well, obviously I was drawn to this story because she's a dog groomer, and as I was looking at it, I did notice that there was a video on how to trim your dog's toenails. I actually took my dogs to the vet because nobody could actually get near their toenails. And Caroline Donahue, total respect to you, clipping their toenails like a dream. But this is a series.
What dogs? Sorry.
Well, there was a whole cockapoo video. Again, I was
Is that
loving
her
it.
dog or other dogs?
I think these are clients.
And
These
they're
are
all
clients. And they're as good as gold. And so she is really good. She's got.
They were as good as gold.
Yeah,
Does it
she
need
has
to be
got
breed-specific nail clipping advice?
No,
Well, I was wondering
it
because
was
big woofy dogs, you try and clip their nails.
Well,
even our dogs are
but
crazy.
even she's a dog whisperer. Even she was like wrestle on the, but very, very good at it. Like click, click, click. You know, so anyway, I want to get to the tech story here. So
this is
Caroline
actually
Donahue.
quite a sad story.
It is a sad story. It's a really serious story and also scary. So she's got something like 750,000 followers on social media, and she was given a podcast invitation from a well-known podcast. She was really excited, and they were offering to pay her, so that's part of the lure. But she had a prep interview and looked at materials that looked really genuine, so they really went for it, and they knew about her. They knew that she was a single mother. They knew she was widowed. They had bothered to really investigate her,
really
and of course,
creepy level of kind of
creepy
stalking
level of stalking. Why are they interested in Love Mud Dog Lady? Because she's got a large following. She's making money out of viral videos, and therefore she is an income stream. And so just as part of this, very casually in the prep call, they said, look, can you just pop this email address in your events page so that when the video goes live of the podcast, we can really help you with it. And as you said, Lucian, she's now lost control of her account on Facebook, and she was earning £400 to £1,600 per month from video revenue, which is now being diverted to the bad actors. She's seeing these 2 email addresses on her account. She can't remove them. She can't get access to them. So, one recommendation is, install 2-factor authentication. But I think this level of kind of real preying on
this
a person
bypasses all of that.
It's going to bypass all of it.
When you play on basically trust, and you develop a business relationship effectively with somebody, you are actually, the 2-factor is irrelevant because you're actually creating an additional administrator account for them. And what I'm really interested in is this element of espionage. Alice, we had as an organisation social engineering training this week. That's why it's very stuck in my mind, because you yourself have been a victim of scam where actually
identity theft,
and that's what I was going to lead into, is that actually what was seemed a very benign thing of like, they can't possibly be trying to steal 69p from me for a you know, a failed delivery, and you've got to pay another 69p to get your parcel. And so it's these approaches, and we were talking about this in our training earlier this week. It's these rather benign approaches about something quite trivial, whereas they're just doing espionage. They're just doing their recce about you.
Yeah, and a stalkery level of knowledge. And I find, you know, my identity theft scam was one of these kind of pay for a delivery fee scams, but I find the most upsetting ones are, you know, I've experienced it, and my partner as well, as sort of musicians and creators, we will get false customers. So like on my TikTok account that I do, which is, you know, it's not huge, but when I was getting quite big numbers, I would immediately get comments from brands being like, we'd love to partner with you, and would like, you could do a, you know, stuff that sounds
everyone's dream.
Yeah,
isn't
or
it?
like my partner with his sort of music services will get customers being like, I'd love to get one of your, you know, you write a piece of music for me, you just need to enter your, I'm having trouble accessing the payment system.
This is one of the techniques, isn't it? They're playing on your hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
They're talking essentially to vulnerable people.
Yeah.
We see with sexploitation, sextortion scams and things like that, or romance scams. They're playing on people's hope and dreams.
And also you're quite vulnerable because you feel like an idiot. You're like, oh, of course it's not someone
but you shouldn't.
Thinking I'm an amazing creator, and so it stops you from sharing. And there's research that says that lots of scam victims, I think 49% of scam victims feel stupid and are made to feel stupid as well when they do share their experience, and it can be as traumatic as like domestic abuse.
Now,
I have one thing also to add about the Love Mud dog lady, and also kudos to her for going public about this, because there is that kind of sense of victim blaming.
Yeah.
They also got her to send them an invoice with all of her bank details and so on. Yeah, they're not going to be able to, I don't think, extract money from her bank, but that is full of the sort of information that people use for verification of identity.
Yeah.
So the kind of identity theft side, which you experienced and went on for 2 years, and ended up really impacting your credit record over a little trivial event that you'd probably forgotten about, and it didn't discover for years later. So this is a really predatory, really unpleasant, and of course has led to her losing a big source of income for her as a single mum.
And this is an attack on one person who's managed to stand up and say, this is what's happened, and hopefully she'll be sorted out. Hopefully the social media platforms with those commercial accounts will do the right thing. But at the heart of this is social engineering, and this is pervasive. This is becoming really dangerous. We've seen this with one person, their livelihood and their income being attacked, but it's also at the root of one of the biggest losses, as far as I can see, in history in the UK, when we talk about the Marks and Spencers attack, and when we talk about people feeling stupid for being the victims of that. When you look at the characters, the type of people that have just been arrested, not making any inferences about them, but it really, you do have to look at the supply chain that helps those people commit these sorts of attacks. And